Now the question has to do with the sittings in Salah. The sittings in Salah. We have what is called al-ik'ah. We have what is called al-iftirash. And we have what is called at-tawarruk. Al-ik'ah, this is when you sit on your heels, the two heels. This is called al-ik'ah. This Abdullah bin Abbas radiallahu anhuma said it is sunnah. So and this type of sitting is the one you do between the two sajda. Between the two sajda. If you go to sujood and you raise your head from sujood, you can do al-ik'ah. That is sit on the two heels. You raise your two legs and you sit on the heels. So this is called what? Al-ik'ah. This is what sunnah. There's another ik'ah which is what? Which is prohibited or which is found at. That is when you sit on your buttocks and you raise your two legs. You raise your two legs. You sit on your buttocks. You raise your two legs. This is also called ik'ah. So this is the ik'ah of the kelly of the animal that is not permissible. But the ik'ah of the Abdullah bin Abbas radiallahu anhu was talking about is when you sit on the two heels. You sit on the two heels. So this is what is permissible in between the two sajda. Then there is what is called al-iftirash. Al-iftirash is when you make your left leg a mat. You make your left leg a mat. You sit on your left leg. That is your left foot. You sit on it. You make it a mat. This is called what? Al-iftirash. And you raise your right foot. You raise your right foot. The fingers, the toes of your right foot will be on the ground, and what you raise the right foot. Why you make the left foot a mat? This is called al-iftirash. This is established from the hadith of Aisha radiallahu anha and some other companions. There is what is called at-tawarruk. At-tawarruk is when you sit on your buttocks. You put your two buttocks, you put them on the floor. You put them on the floor. Then you now raise your right foot. You raise your right foot, but your buttocks will be on the floor. Your left leg, so to say, you make it to come out from what? From the right side. Or you make it to stop very close to what? To the shank or the shin. Is that clear? It won't come out. The first way is what? It will come out. The second one is that what? It will not come out. It stops when it gets to the shank. It's still tawarruk. As long as you are sitting with your warik, you are sitting with your buttocks. So it's called tawarruk. Then the third one is that as I've explained, but this your right foot that you are raising up with the toes on the ground, you won't raise it up. So you place it like this, by the side. This is also established in the hadith of Al-Imam Muslim. So these are the three ways of doing a tawarruk. But the most important thing is that in your tawarruk, you are sitting with your buttocks. It is tawarruk once you are sitting with your buttocks. It is iftirash when you make your left leg a mat. Now, we talked about al-ik'ah, that you do ik'ah while you are between the two sajda. Iftirash. Tawarruk. To the Malikiyah, your sittings are what? Tawarruk. To the Hanafis, your sittings are what? Iftirash. So Ash-Shafi'i and the Hanabila, they try to look at the salah that you're observing. If you are going to make taslim after the sitting, if you are going to make taslim after the sitting, so the Shafi'i will say what? You do tawarruk. If you are not going to make taslim after each, so you don't do tawarruk. I hope it is clear. The Hanabila, they look at what? If it is what? Maybe salah with 2 tashahud. If you salah with 2 tashahud, the second tashahud you make what? Tawarruk. The first tashahud you make iftirash. And this is the best position. This is buttressed by the hadith of Abu Humayd as-Sa'idi, who was describing the salah of the Prophet Sallallahu in the presence of about 10 companions. And they all approved it. But the Malikiya who have said that it is tawarruk, part of what they rely upon is the hadith of Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu as contained in Muwatta of Imam Malik. So when you see people sitting in salah, these are things that you ought to go to. So if you see a Maliki, for instance, doing tawarruk in all the salah, you will say, oh, this is against the hadith of Abu Umayyad as-Sa'idi. But this he will tell you that no, this is in line with hadith of what? Ibn Umar. How be this clear? So and that's why the scholars they agree that any of the sitting you sit is okay. Any of these sittings that you have mentioned that you sit is okay. But which one is the best? So the Hanafis, iftirash, the best. The Maliki, tawarruk, the best. So the Shafi'i, if you are going to make taslim after the salah, if it is a 2 rakah, like salah to Fajr for instance now, it's a 2 rakah salah, but you are going to make taslim after it. So they say what? You do what? Tawarruk. The Ambali, they said what? If it's a salah that has 2 tashahud. The second one, the best thing for you to do is what? Tawarruk. Why the first one will be what? Iftirash. And we say this is the best position when we go by the hadith of Abu Humayd as-Sa'idi. Why? Because the case of the hadith of Abu Humayd as-Sa'idi, it describes the salah of the Messenger of Islam with 4 rakat. That is the as 2 tashahud, for instance. Iftirash, then later tawarruk. Why the hadith of Aisha talked about the salat of the Messenger, she only mentioned what? Iftirash. She didn't tell us if it is 4 rakah, whatever. She mentioned iftirash. How this is clear? So why that of Abdullah bin Umar talked about just tawarruk? He not mention whether it is if a salah with 2 tashahud or not. But when we look at critically, we say no, that of Abu Humayd as-Sa'idi, which is the favorite opinion of the Hanabila, is the best. But when you see somebody sitting in a different way that you are different from what you have said is the best, possibly the person knows what he's doing, maybe he's basing his position on the view of the Malikiya or the view of the Shafi'iyya or the view of the Hanafis, or he doesn't know. So, but Alhamdulillah, the scholars have said that all are okay. All are okay. But which one is the best is what they differ on. I hope this answers the question. Allahu A'lam.